Hey everyone, I thought I'd start off today's lesson by reviewing being able to expand a binomial using Pascal's triangle. I know it was a little bit confusing before. It's kind of one of those things that you have to practice to get the hang of it. And if there's a way that you can do it that is different than the way I do it, maybe you didn't quite understand the way I did it, so you can watch maybe Khan's Academy or something like that. Whatever you need to do to better understand is A-okay with me. A-okay, I can't believe I just said that. How dorky. Anyway, okay, so 2x minus 5 to the third power. If I were to do this just longhand, I could do that. And I'm going to do that really quick just so you can see what the answer is supposed to be. Okay, so if I do 2x minus 5 times 2x minus 5, I get a positive 25 minus 10x minus 10x, 4x squared. So I've got 4x squared minus 20x plus 25. And then I'm going to multiply this by 2x minus 5 again because of the third power. So I get negative 125. This is a positive 100, 100x. Then I have negative 20x squared. Then this is going to give me 50x. This is negative 40x squared. And then 8x to the third. So if I were to do this longhand, I get 8x cubed minus 60x squared plus 150x minus 125. So I'm going to write this up here because I know that this is the answer I am trying to get. But Mrs. Oldham, if you just did it that way, why do we have to use Pascal's triangle? Well, that is a really good question. Okay, but the reason that we used Pascal's triangle is in case this is much bigger. If this were a 4 or a 5, sometimes it's just easier, the bigger those numbers get, it's easier just to use Pascal's triangle to expand the binomial. Plus it takes up a lot less space. Okay, so there are 3 different components. Well, first of all, let's get Pascal's triangle on here. I'm getting ahead of myself. Okay, I have the 0th row, first row, second row. Here's my third row, which is the one I'm looking for. So I know that I'm going to have four terms. So I'm going to give myself those 4 terms. 1, 2, 3, 4. And there are 3 parts. Okay? There is the first term, the second term, and then Pascal's triangle, the coefficients. All right, so the first part, I'm going to write these here. I'm going to put PT for Pascal's triangle. Okay, this first term goes in, and it goes in descending order. Okay, so I've got 2x to the third power, because that's what I have here. Starts with the third power. Then it goes down 2x squared. Then 2x to the first. And then we would have 2x to the 0, but we don't really do that because that would make it 1. So we're just going to leave that blank. This second term that we have here, okay, is going to go in ascending order. Starts with 0, so I'm going to leave it blank. Then I have negative 5 to the first power, negative 5 to the second power, and finally negative 5 to the third power. Okay, and then the coefficients for Pascal's triangle are 1, 3, 3, and 1. Okay, so one thing I want you to notice with the exponents is that they always add up to this number here. So I've got 3, 1 plus 2, 2 plus 1, I've got 3 right here. And so now that I've got the pieces that I need, I'm going to multiply them all and put them up here. And again, I didn't used to do it this way. I used to do it a different way. So I'm hoping that this explains things a little bit better. But again, if you have another system of how you do this, that is great. Okay, so 1 times 2x to the third. 2x to the third is 8x cubed. Okay, 2x squared, this gives me 2 times 2 is 4, times -5, times 3 gives me -60, and then I've got my x squared. This is 2 times -5 squared, which is 25, times 3 is 150 x. And then finally, I have -5 to the third power. It's going to give me -125. Okay? And as you can see, that's the same answer that I got when I wrote it out longhand. Okay? So hopefully you see the pattern here. Just remember that the ones that are descending are the ones that go with the first, and the ones that are ascending or getting bigger is the second term, and then of course we have Pascal's coefficients here. So I'm hoping that that helps, and we'll start the actual lesson for the next section in the next video.